For USCFootball.com, I'm Keely Eure here with wide receivers coach T. Martin. So, despite the tough loss, how did the wide receivers play?
It's always something that we can do better at, and it's some situational things that we're going to focus on moving forward that we can be better in certain situations. The second play of the game, we drop a ball, it's a live ball. We gotta get on the ball and stuff that we cover at practice that it hadn't happened in a while. That we just got to know, hey, in that situation, what do we do? And so we're focusing this week on being situational masters is what we say here, being situational masters. And so things like that. But the effort was there. The focus was there. I thought the guys made explosive plays between JuJu, Nelson, Darius, those guys. But that's what we're focusing on moving into this week.
That Darius Rogers play, do you think the ball was dead or do you think that it was still live?
No, we knew that it was live. And it's something that it comes up every once in a while, but you just have to know, hey, it's not practice. We got to go and get on the ball. And so that's just what happened, And so, there's some things that were happening on their sideline. We didn't know if it was blown dead or not. They thought they heard a whistle, so on and so forth that affected them not continuing to play. But we just got to know better and do better.
There are many talented receivers on this team. How do you make sure that everyone's happy with their playing time?
Well, we just focus on when your number is called, just being ready and doing your job when that happens. We also talk about being productive even when the ball is not in your hands, meaning blocking in the run game, blocking for your teammate who may have the ball, and just running another route that may get someone else open. It all helps us in the overall success of our offense. And so we're a very unselfish group, but yet competitive. They do want the ball, but they do understand, too, that they help each other be successful.
We've only seen 8 games from JuJu Smith so far, but he's been phenomenal. What do you think his potential is in the future?
The sky's the limit for him. He's a rare combination that we haven't seen in terms of a size, strength, and speed. Marquise was quick and fast, wasn't as big and strong. This guy right here is big, strong, with Marquise-Lee speed, quickness, things like that. And, he's a great compliment to Nelson and all the other guys. But to come in and be a 17-year-old freshman and accomplish what he's accomplished and the moment is never too big for him, and that's one thing that sticks out to me about him. Some freshmen come in and it's just too much, the moment is not too big, and as a matter of fact, he actually wants more, which is great, and that speaks to a guy who can be a pro one day.
After a tough loss like this, how do you get the team going again? I mean, it's tough when it's in the last few seconds. How do you get the momentum back to play another game?
Well, being a former quarterback, I never focus on the last few plays that could have won or lost a game. I always try to focus on the plays earlier in the game that affect the outcome. And so the thing that I try to do with the wideouts is look at that play in the first quarter, look at that play in the third quarter, that if we made that play as an offense, we may not even be talking about, losing by last second, touchdown throw. We may be up by 21 points. And so that's the kind of stuff that we want to focus on, is to show the guys that when you execute, you avoid being in those situations, and you got to treat every play as if it was the last play. And that's what I think, when you have a young team and young players, sometimes it's hard to get through to them until they see it on game day. But I think the guys are starting to understand that.
All right, with T. Martin, I'm Keely Eure. For more, check out USCFootball.com.